Hi, I'm Paul the DIY Guy, and welcome to That's PS Nerdcrafting. Today I'm going to show you how to make a stuffed Minecraft creeper. Check it out. You're going to need the following: some polyfill, some green fabric, I chose a marbled green for added effect, some black fabric, some fusible grid, and the pattern. You'll also need a sewing machine, an ironing board, and iron. First, you'll need to cut your fabric into 1x1 squares. You'll need about 1,700 of these, so take your time and start cutting. I started by folding my fabric a few times and then cutting 1-inch long strips with a rotary cutter. From there, I unfolded each strip of fabric, then refolded it in half, and then I cut the other way to get 2 squares at a time. Now, it sounds like a lot of work, but it only took me about an hour and 15 minutes to do this part. Next, cut your black fabric. You'll only need 36 black squares, but I recommend you cut a couple extra just in case. That way you have some as a backup. Next up, you'll need to cut your fusible grid. You'll need 2 8x12s, 2 4x12s, a 4x8, 5 8x8s, 2 8x2s, 16 4x6s, and 8 4x4s. To make each piece, lay out one 1x1 inch piece of fabric on each square of the fusible grid. Make sure the side of the glue is facing up, or you'll accidentally fuse your grid to your ironing board. Trust me, it's a giant pain in the butt to clean up if you do that, so don't do it. Once the squares are on, use your iron to fuse the fabric to the grid. Fold over one row and sew 1/4 of an inch in for each row in your piece. Then, using your iron, press all of the rows in the same direction. Then, cut every intersection of each row and column. This will let us sew the columns without the material bunching up. Finally, sew each column to finish the piece. You'll need to repeat this process for each piece on the pattern, and make extra sure to follow the pattern when you're making the pieces that have black fabric on them. And once you have all your pieces, it's time to start assembling your creeper. We'll start with the feet. Take 3 plain 4x6s and 1 4x6 with the black toes, and 2 4x4 pieces. You'll need to sew these together in a box shape with the green sides facing inwards, making sure to leave one edge open so you can flip it inside out. Flip the foot inside out and stuff it with polyfill. Finally, hand sew the foot shut using some green thread. Repeat this until you have a total of 4 feet. Next up, it's time to put the body together. You'll need 2 8x12, 2 4x12, and 2 8x2 pieces. Start by sewing the 8x2s to the 8x12s, then sew all of the 12-inch sides together. You'll end up with something that looks like this. Flip this inside out, and we'll start attaching the head pieces on. Start with the face piece and attach it to one of the 8x2 pieces. Make sure the mouth side is closer to the 8x2 than the eyes. Then take a plain 8x8 and attach it to the 8x2 on the other side. Once these are on, you'll need to flip the tube inside out again. This part is a tad tricky to explain, but essentially you'll need to sew along the top of the body from one side of the face to the other, attaching 3 different pieces. And repeat this on the other side, and you'll have made it possible to sew up the 4 sides of the head next. Finally, for the head, sew the last 8x8 to the top of all the head pieces. To finish off the body, you need to flip it around and sew the 3 sides of the remaining opening to an 8x4 piece. This is where we'll turn the creeper inside out for the last time. Now make sure you leave one of the 8-piece sides open so you'll have enough space to flip it all inside out, as well as room to stuff the creeper. So turn the creeper inside out and start stuffing. Once it's proper stuffed, hand sew the last opening shut. And the last thing you'll need to do to finish your creeper is to sew the feet onto the bottom of the body. Make sure the black fabric is facing the same way as the black fabric on the head, and then hand stitch the feet to the bottom of the body. Once the feet are on, you're all done, and enjoy your well-earned creeper. And that's all there is to it. It took me about 12 hours, and if you'd like to make your very own, the link will be available on my website. That link will be in the doobly-doo. And as always, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more crafty goodness, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to check out my Geek and Sundry vlogs, where I put up a new Nerdcrafting vlog every 2 weeks. Thank you so much for watching, and until I see you next, stay crafty, my friends.